Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to begin with the service shortly. Thank you for tuning in. מזמור לדוד, אדוני רואי לא אכסר, בנהודש ירביצני, על ימי מנוחות ינעלני, נב נפשי אשובב ינחני ומקלי צדק למען שמו גם כי אלק וקיצל מוות לא ידע רע כי אתה עמדי שבטך ומשענתך המה ינחמוני תערוך לפני שולחן נגד צורריי דשענת בשמן ראשי כוסי רוויה אך טוב וחסד ירדפוני כל ימי חיי ושבתי בבית אדוני לאורך ימים. The words of the 23rd Psalm, a Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, giving me repose in green meadows, leading me beside the still waters to revive my spirit, guiding me on the right path, for that is God's essence. Though I walk through a valley of the shadow of death, I fear no harm, for you are with me. Your staff and your rod comfort me. You prepare a banquet for me in the presence of my foes. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and kindness shall be my portion all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome all of you and thank you for coming out to the cemetery, and also to all of you who are tuning in this afternoon. You are tuning in to the streaming. My name is Rabbi Anibal Mas. I'm the spiritual leader of Congregation Shaarey Zedek, and it's my great honor to be here officiating the funeral service of Rosalind Waterman of blessed memory, who was also known by the Jewish people by her Hebrew name, Sarah Rachel Bat Yaakov Malka, Zichrona Livracha. She was the daughter of Jacob and Marjorie of blessed memory, the wife of the late Daniel Waterman, Zichrona Livracha, for 51 years, the sister of the late Donna Sipin of blessed memory, the mother of Jack, Bruce, David and Angela, and Mark and Wiley, the Baba of Max, Joshua, and Leora. Rosalind passed away on Wednesday, December 8th, peacefully, surrounded by all her children at the age of 85. Strong, independent, resilient, devoted wife, open-minded, great cook, sports fan, amazing mother, and even better Baba. These were some of the words I heard last night during my meeting with Rosalind's children. There is a beautiful text in the Tanakh, the Jewish Bible, that perhaps reflects Rosalind's life. It starts with the words, Eshet Chayil Miimtza, V'rachok Pninim Michra. A woman of valor, who can find? She's more precious than jewels. Eshet Chayil, or a woman of valor, consists on the concluding section of the book of Proverbs. Eshet Chayil comes to eulogize to an amazing wife and mother, and reminds us how blessed we are when we live in the house of such Eshet Chayil. That's because the Hebrew word Chayil, according to the book of Psalms and Proverbs, also connotes bravery, capability, triumph, strength, and wealth. Traditionally, this entire passage is recited before Kiddush on Friday evenings, where such a woman is praised. Today we are saying farewell to Rosalind, a true Eshet Chayil, a woman who devoted her life to her husband, to her children, to her extended family, and she was always sure that they didn't lack anything. Perhaps you are well aware of Rosalind's unconditional love for her family, her devotion to her late husband Daniel. Not a coincidence that it was the first thing her children told me last night when I asked them what was the most important thing for Rosalind. They didn't even blink. Family. But Judaism was also important to Rosalind. She was very proud to tell you that she was the first woman to have a bat mitzvah in Western Canada, back in Edmonton. She's now part of history of the Jewish people in Western Canada. And I believe it was not coincidence that she was blessed with a Jewish passing, with the opportunity to receive the vidui and the recitation of the Shema Israel by her deathbed before she left this world to move on to the Olam Haba, the world to come, where she's joined now her parents, her beloved husband, and her sister. She was ahead of her time in many aspects. In a narrow-minded world, Rosalind was incredibly open-minded and accepting of other people's choices, especially of her children's choices. Rosalind's relationship with her children was something else. I was told that she always, somehow, was aware of everything they were doing or thinking. She had a way to know. Nobody knew how, but she knew. And then came the grandchildren, who were blessed to enjoy Baba Rosalind company, energy and wisdom for many years. There is so much else to say about Rosalind's life, about her legacy, but no one better than members of her beautiful family to share memories and to honor her life. That's why I would like to invite a few people to come to the microphone to eulogize Rosalind. First, I would like to invite Marla Dan.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Marla Dan. Our mother, Donna, was Roz's sister, and I am one of 5 children. For some of you in Winnipeg, we were known as the Sipping Clan that the Watermans were always visiting in Edmonton. I don't need to tell all of you what a wonderful person Roz was, as I know she was something special to each one of you here today. I just want to tell you today how important she was to the Sippin clan. Our mother passed away almost 37 years ago. We were all young adults without a mother, and our father, Reuben, was now a widower. In 1985, Roz became the matriarch of the family. She made sure to stay connected to all of us and took on a motherly role to me and my siblings, making sure the families attended all the weddings, baby namings, bat and bar mitzvahs. Roz loved to be at the party, just never knew what she was going to wear. So she always made sure to pack many choices. Overnight bags were not her thing. When I started dating my husband Aubrey, he knew before we got engaged he needed to meet two people, my father in Edmonton and Roz in Winnipeg. So he traveled to Winnipeg on business, but really he was going to meet the Watermans. In true Roz fashion, she made him her famous roast beef, roasted potatoes, green bean casserole, applesauce, and of course, a chocolate roll. Aubrey and Roz hit it off immediately, and in the later years, after Mark and Wiley moved away from Toronto, Roz would stay with us and would share an early morning coffee in her duster with Aubrey until the rest of us were awake. For me, Roz was like a mother. We had many phone calls over the years, sharing various things with her that I know I would have shared with my mother, and of course, our November birthday calls. Over the years, we laughed and cried together. As I was writing this eulogy last night, I can't help but remember when my father passed away, and Roz came into the study when I was writing his eulogy, and I shared with her what I had written. We cried and held each other, and I promised her, that I would do the same for her. Roz, last night, as I wrote these words, I cried, and I felt you in the room with me, and could not help but think this would be the last time we would say goodbye. You have passed the torch on to the next generation, as the Waterman boys and the Sippin clan are now the patriarchs and the matriarchs of the family. Dor Lador. You will be missed, but never forgotten. And just for some levity, I will always think of you when I'm plutzing.
Thank you so much. I'd like to invite Jackie Sippin to come to the microphone to eulogize Roz.
Let me have to go down a bit. I don't think I can, thank you. Okay, here is it. Here it is. This is actually something that some people have already heard. It was sort of my goodbye to Roz. I had the boys read it to my aunt in the hospital. Auntie Roz, you've been in my life forever. My first memory is visiting Winnipeg in the summer when I was 7 years old. Within days of being there, I got chicken pox. You took care of me like I was your own child. To this day, the scent of oatmeal reminds me of you bathing me in an nylon to soothe the itchiness. Donnie's children were always your children, and vice versa. Many memories of summers of you visiting Edmonton, peals of laughter for years over your plutzing, your dusters, and toilet paper in your hand. In later years, I remember teasing you and Mom that you must have called each other to say, "We're going to make babies tonight," so all the cousins would be around the same age. Many phone calls of Mom telling you what you should do because you could never make your mind up about everything. how we would try to beat each other to happy birthday wishes as our birthdays were only one day apart. You stayed part of our lives and my dad's even when Mom passed. Roz, the perfect name for a bowling team, and we have the t-shirts to prove it. You are a baker, a mother, my glasses are fogging up, an aunt, a sister-in-law, and a grandmother. The best of the best. I am thinking of you always and will always remember you, sending you much love. Thank you for always being part of my life. My life has been richer because of you. Love, Jackie.
Thank you so much. And now I would like to invite Rosalind's son, David, come to the microphone to eulogize his mother.
Thank you for those kind words, Marla and Jackie. You made me cry before I even started speaking. But they're lovely. Family was very important to Mom. She loved to take care of Dad and her 4 boys, and dinners were always important to Mom. I remember when I was younger and we'd go out Friday nights, all my friends would go out and I couldn't go out till we had dinner first, and they were like, why aren't you going out? But it was just so important for the family to be together for dinners on there. The whole family would always eat together. We were spoiled. We always had a fresh cooked meal every night, and it was, I didn't realize at the time, like, we just had such a normal family. She just made our family normal around the chaos of the world and a safe place. Mom loved to bake, as you've heard many times. It seemed that we always had a dessert after every meal. And I think that's where I got my sweet tooth from, and Angela can probably attest to that. And my kids, it's been passed on. Every Friday night, we went to the lake. The neighbors would come rushing to the car as soon as we pulled in, and everyone would be going, okay, Roz, what did you bake today? What did you bake today? Her favorite, or her most popular, was the apple cake and the coffee sour cream cake on there. Usually they were gone before our family got a chance to, so we'd have to sneak in a little extra and wouldn't tell all the neighbors on there. At the lake, Mom just loved to visit with her friends and celebrate happy hour. And Mom and Dad, they would walk to the bakery for breakfast. Mom and Dad, they just loved to hang out together. They enjoyed traveling, bowling, watching the jets and bombers with her family on there. She enjoyed playing a Mexican train with her close friends and going out to eat dinner with them and telling us about where they went for dinner. It was just a nice, safe place for her. I remember when we were younger, we'd always go to Edmonton, and I remember a lot of times it was in the winter, around over the holidays, and it'd be cold. But it was always nice because I remember we'd go to a movie on Christmas on there, and we'd be the only people there were the Jewish people there going to movie and going to Boxing Day sales and hanging out with the cousins on there. Mom taught me the meaning of unconditional love, and I really didn't understand it at the time, what unconditional love meant, until I was older. But she always showered her family with just love, no matter what the situation was, and she never judged us. She was open-minded and very accepting of everybody. She was always there for her family and made me feel special. She gave me that feeling that I can achieve and do anything that I wanted on there, anything that I ever dreamed. I remember first time skating was with my mom on there. She had these figure skates on there. It was one of my first memories. I always loved to read when I was younger, and I loved going to the library. And one of my first memories as a kid was biking to the library, and Mom would walk beside me. We'd go to Brock Cordon, and I'd go and I'd pick out a book and bring it back home and read the book on there. Mom ignited my passion for learning that still exists in me today. I remember her being involved with us at Ramah School. She'd serve us hot dogs, pizza, hot lunches, and always be involved at school. She had a gift for making people feel special, and she was so generous with her time and resources. Baba had a special place in her heart for Angela. When she first met her, just loved her. And as Angela was her own daughter, they had a wonderful bond, loved to shop, hang out, and talk. She loved her grandchildren. They were so important to her. We always looked forward to her coming to Vancouver. Her extended visits. She would come celebrate Max, Josh, and Leora's birthday. It was a highlight for us, something for us to look forward to all the time. When's Baba coming? Going to Winnipeg to visit Baba was special for her family. She'd be at the airport right as you go down the stairs, just waiting with a smile and open arms, no matter what the time of day or night was. It was the best way for the grandchildren to be welcomed to Winnipeg. We love you, Baba. You'll always be in our heart.
Thank you so much to all of you for sharing such memories. The ability to be able to share memories, according to the rabbis, is the first step of the process of healing when we have a loss in our family. When we come here to the cemetery, what is gone is pretty obvious. But what is not so obvious is what stays with us. And I'm pretty sure that all these memories that they were shared with all of you brought back memories, and it somehow helped to realize how much of Rosalind is still well alive inside each one of you. With that in mind, I'm going to continue now with the memorial prayer, the El Maleh Rachamim. El Maleh Rachamim Shochem Bameroimim Hametze Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanfei HaShechim ומעלות קדושים קדושים וטהורים כזוהר הרקיע המזהירים את נשמת שרה רחל בת יעקב ומלכה שהלכה לעולמה בעבור שאנו מתפללים ועד הזכרת נשמתה בגן עדן בגן עדן תהי מנוחתה לכם ולרחמים יעשתי ראיה וסדר כנב לעולמים וצרור בצרור החיים החיים את נשמתה אדוני ונחלתה ותנוח ושלום על משכבה ונאמר אמן. Exalted Compassionate God, grant infinite rest in your sheltering presence among the holy and pure to the soul of Rosalind Waterman, who has gone to her eternal home. Merciful One, we ask that a loved one find perfect peace in your eternal embrace. May her soul be bound up in the bond of life. May she rest in peace. And let us all say, Amen. Please join me now in the recitation of the words of comfort, the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Itgadal ve'itgadash shemei Rabah. Ve'alma divirah chirutei ve'amlich malchutei v'chayechon u'vyomechon v'chaye dechol Beit Israel v'agalav izman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehel shemei Rabah mevorach le'elam u'le'olmei olmaya ברח וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה נמירם בעלמה וימרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו אמן. עושה שלום עם רמה ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו אמן. המקום ינחם אתכם בתוך שער אבלי ציון בירושלים. May God bless you and comfort you. And let us all say Amen. In a few minutes we are going to proceed to the burial part of this service. Everybody will have a chance to come forward and take a shovel to put a little bit of dirt on top of the coffin. Before that, I have a few announcements. First, I would like to announce that immediately after this service is over, everybody is invited to partake on the Meal of Consolation, and it's going to be happening at 821 Burbank Street. Shiva is going to be observed for the duration, but only the first night is going to be public. Again, it's going to be at 821 Burbank Street, Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. Everybody is invited to come and to pay respects to the family. The rest of the Shiva is going to be observed privately. Also, I would like to extend some thank yous on behalf of the family, especially to all the Rosalind friends, that they were with her until the end, especially to Jerry Ward for his friendship and support. Donations on Rosalind memory could be made to the Jewish Foundation of Manitoba and the Manitoba Heart and Stroke Foundation. Now, I would like to invite the family first to come forward, pick a shovel, and to participate in the burial process. According to the rabbis, the act of participating in the burial is the act of chesed. It's the act of kindness. In fact, the rabbis call it chesed shel emet, an act of true and real kindness. After the family is done, everybody else is invited to come and to participate. Thank you everyone for coming out, and also thank you all of you online for tuning in. I'm sure your presence is appreciated by the family.
Oh, this?
Aquí, toda Santa.
First degree.
Oh, really?
And then I decided to be a clergyman. So I have a university degree in computers, which I never used. I also taught here in South Africa. It's so hard. We used to travel
Well, they were still
The brown.
down.
And then they took it.
Yeah, they've all just
Well, it's only way to
to mama.
engrave.
That's too big. Yes, but they were lost. People think no, he said